Hello, 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 and welcome, welcome, welcome. It is 7:30 on Monday, February 18th. I'm Margaret Harris, and it's time for the My Spa Bath and Body Show, where each week we bring you the best in natural skincare. Try to learn all about the natural ways of being healthy and living your best life now. So tonight I was supposed to have a guest. This is my guest here, but she didn't make it. Hopefully she'll be back. When she does make it, she will be teaching us some ways to spice up your life with a few ways to move your body for your mate. But once she's here, I'll announce her and expect her again. So what I'll have to do is kind of wing it. Anyway, what's going on with me? Today's show, we're going to talk about a couple of things. Last time I broadcast live, we talked about using different type of clays and things from the earth, any types of minerals and things from the ground for skin care. And so today I'm going to talk about animals. Yes, the things that we could use from livestock and different animals for skin care. So, of course, vegans are notorious for being against skin care with any type of animal products. We talked, I think on one of my first shows, we talked about regular Dow soap has beef tallow in it, which is rendered fat from cows. I'm going to talk about that a little bit in a few minutes. But right now, since I talked about one of the first things we need to understand is that even starting with vegans, they don't even like to use beeswax on their skin. But it is really very good for your skin. And you should know all about the benefits of it. So let me pull it up right quick. Beeswax on skin. It is a great product because it's a sealant. And on many of my products that I sell, especially my heavier balms that can be found on www.myspa.etsy.com, I use beeswax in that. And the reason I use that is because, first of all, it's a great sealant. Burt's Bees is making millions of dollars making lip balms and things like that because in a lot of ways, not all of them, but in a lot of ways, it mimics the benefits of petroleum jelly. But it helps to perform a protective barrier on your skin, and it traps moisture in, but it allows your skin to breathe. It makes creams thicker, and also includes a lot of benefits of honey and things like that for your skin. It offers anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and antiviral benefits. And it's also good for minor skin irritations. I have an almond honey cream that I sell, and my best-selling cream is called Avocado Body Butter. And like I say, those are my heaviest creams. I think the one thing that you notice is that it softens your skin. It acts as an emollient, which means softener, and humectant, which means it draws moisture in, and contains vitamin A. It's also antibacterial, and we're talking about beeswax. Researchers combined honey, olive oil, and beeswax, and then applied the moisture to laboratory plates on which bacteria and different fungus and candida were growing. The honey and beeswax mixture inhibited the growth of bacterial and fungus. So it makes it very good for diaper rash and other bacterial skin conditions. So, but we don't think of a bee as an animal, but a lot of people who are vegans don't like using beeswax. So there's others. You can use soy wax. You can use candela wax if you're making a product that you want to be a little bit thicker for some of the same purposes as far as thickening up your creams. So going from the little bitty bee, we're going to talk about a few other products that are very popular on the market that you hear about all the time, that you didn't know came from an animal. Okay, here's something. Well, I think I told you that in different places in Asia, they actually use the when a snail goes across the ground and leaves that trail. In Asia, that's used as a beauty product. We here in America would never use it, but in Asia, they do. There's also oils from shark livers that make expensive creams and lotions. That they catch around 3 million sharks are caught each year to provide this oil to the cosmetics industry. So that's something odd. But here's some things that you have heard of that you would not think of. So, for example, things that are actually chicken bone marrow and things like that. So first of all, hyaluronic acid. Those commercials run all of the time. You have a lady even pronouncing for you, hyaluronic acid. But do you know what that is made of? It is made of, it can be found in human umbilical cords and rooster combs. So the ones that, a lot of what they sell now is actually extracted from the top of a rooster's head. And like I said, we're talking about hyaluronic acid, like she says in the commercial. It has, it's a humectant. It's an antioxidant, a humectant that draws moisture up in the skin. And it boosts collagen synthesis, meaning that it helps your body to create its own collagen. So that's the anti-aging. Since the early 1980s, it has been produced from rooster combs on an industrial scale. If you buy a product that contains this anti-aging ingredient, check that it was made by producing enzymes from a bacteria-based biofermentation process. It is likely that most products you buy in the shops will contain the rooster comb variety. So I have been working on a product to kind of mimic the same benefits as hyaluronic acid, and I'm still working on that. There are certain soy-based products that can mimic the same things as the rooster combs, but I haven't perfected that yet. But just so you know, that hyaluronic acid is made of that red thing on the top of a rooster's head. Or are they always red? I don't know. But they're always red? Well, know that. Okay? So then there's something called carmine, which is a red dye that's often used in lipsticks, rouges, and eyeshadows. And it's also used in a lot of food and drinks, like ruby red juice that you can find in supermarkets. It is made from crushed insects. They say that for that particular dye, it takes 7,000 beetles to be killed to produce 1 pound of that dye. So that's kind of disgusting. Another thing is collagen. And I have some collagen here, hair, skin, nails, joints, and bones. So our bodies actually make this naturally. But as we age, our collagen depletion can lead to common signs of aging in the skin, hair, nails, muscles, tendons, ligaments, and bones. This is a powder that you take and you put in a beverage, but it's also put into different creams and lotions. And as a matter of fact, the reason I have this in powdered form is because I'm working on a facial mask and scrub to use this as a powdered form. But again, it is from animals. A lot of times the collagen that you find comes from chicken feet and ground up animal horns. So this, I was trying to figure out what part it came in. A lot of times you find collagen comes in bone broth. So if you eat a lot of bone broth, it does the same thing as this collagen. But this one, like I said, it doesn't say what this is coming from, which is interesting. I got this at Mom's. But like I said, I'm going to make a mask out of it. But most of the collagen in skin cream, again, comes from chicken feet and ground up animal horns. Okay, glucosamine. That's a skincare ingredient that is thought to be barrier enhancing, moisturizing, and even help to even out skin tone. It's found in many animals' exoskeletons, which is what they shed, but apparently chicken bone marrow is a great source of glucosamine for the cosmetics industry. Now this is a good one. Sperm whale ambergris. Ambergris is also known as whale vomit. This gray floating weird smelling lump is a sperm whale bile duct secretion. So what they do, that's used as a fixative in perfumes. If you work with different kinds of essential oils or perfumes like I do, sometimes the scent goes away. So they use this ambergris, it's spelled AMBERGRIS, to hold the scent so it doesn't evaporate. Well, now we know that it's whale vomit, and it's actually still used by Christian Dior and Kenneth Cole. So you need to know what's in there. Another thing is elastin. So a lot of times we hear that skincare products contain elastin. Now that we also produce naturally, but it's lost in the aging process. But again, aging skincare companies are coming up with the ways to boost your elastin in your skin. Well, guess what? This is a protein that is extracted from the neck ligaments and aortas of cows. So that's what a lot of the elastin products are that you get in a skincare product is neck ligaments and parts of cows' hearts. Pretty disgusting, but you need to know, people, what is in your skincare. And I'm not advocating one or the other. My products, for the most part, are plant-based. I do use beeswax. I do use goat's milk. But, and I may use some of this collagen if I come up with a good product. But, you know, I'm not saying any of this stuff is good or bad either. I'm just saying these are some things that are contained in your skincare products. Animal placenta is often used. It's extracted from the uterus of animals and seems to be used widely in skincare products. It's used as a humectant, which draws skin moisture into your skin. Panthenol, we hear about that all the time. That's something that's great for your hair. It's used in shampoos and conditioners, lotions and mascaras. I think it has like vitamin E or vitamin D. Panthenol is often made from one of the components of honey, but it's also found in certain vegetables and meat, which again, honey, bee-based products, if you're a vegan, you try to stay away from them. But panthenol is from honey. Okay, keratin. Now this is good because when you're trying to grow your hair, you want to build up your keratin, and you hear about it in your hair care products. Many shampoos and hair rinses like to tell you about their added keratin, which will strengthen your hair. But what they don't tell you, it is that it's made up from ground up horns, hoofs, feathers, quills, and hair of various animals. So that's pretty disgusting, but it helps to grow your hair. So those are some of the odder things that are disguised with all these special names. I think the best one, though, is the hyaluronic acid, which, like we found out, is made out of the tops of a chicken's head. Now, there's another product that used to be very popular. I was going to try to use it, but then I realized that when you make products and you want to be able to sell them all over the world, you have to check to make sure that internationally they are acceptable to be shipped. And this one product, emu oil, is not accepted in different countries around the world. In certain countries, they will not allow you to import or into their country products made out of emu oil. Okay, emu oil is a bird. It's kind of like a dodo bird or ostrich. It's native to Australia, but emu oil is one of the byproducts that you get from it. It's bright yellow, mostly made of fat, which is collected from the deposits below the skin of the bird. Once the fat is collected, it is filtered and processed in order to reduce the amount of bacteria and contaminants. Some are more refined than others, and actually there's an American Emu Association that has certification programs. It does have certain benefits. It's used to relieve minor aches and pains, help wounds heal quicker, and protect the skin from the elements. I remember there used to be a lot of skincare products, especially in the 80s and 90s, that touted having emu oil in it because it's also, in Europe, they consider a natural sunscreen and moisturizer. And it has anti-inflammatory qualities and antioxidant, which is good against the aging process. So it's also supposedly good for arthritis. It's been used for it's a massage oil and enhanced skin moisture and absorption. It's also used to have benefits for skin conditions and wounds, and the skin easily absorbs emu oil. And it has certain things that it talks about for cancer, helping to reduce skin damage associated with cancer, radiation, and chemotherapy. I can't necessarily endorse that. As I always say, any ailments that you have, none of the information that I'm giving is given to cure any disease or treat any disease, and have not been approved by the FDA. If you have any ailments or anything, go see your doctor. I know one thing that kind of prompted me to do this study was I'm currently in cancer, going through radiation. It's the last intense treatment for my diagnosis, and the product that they gave me was not something that I would ever make or I would ever use, called Aquaphor. And it was mainly petroleum jelly and glycerin, mineral oil, and one other product that I'll talk about in a few minutes. I was going to try to come up with a product that I could use, that I could make, instead of using this particular product, because one of the ingredients I'm allergic to, but I didn't, because it's for my treatment, I didn't want to play with it. Like I said, there are studies that say that emu oil is good to prevent bone loss induced by chemotherapy and reduce skin damage associated with cancer, radiation treatments. But I can't endorse that or anything like that. So, but emu oil, like I say, that is from the emu. It stimulates the skin to increase the number of healthy skin cells and can help with dermatitis, alopecia, rosacea, hyperpigmentation, and shingles. It also serves as a bug repellent. So we're talking about emu oil. Okay. Also, it's good, and I've heard this, emu oils may be good at reducing the breast sensitivity common among breastfeeding mothers, and that cracked skin that can happen. So before feeding a baby, a woman should wipe her nipple and breast with a warm cloth to remove any residual oil. This is because emu oil has not been proven safe for infants and children to ingest. So that is emu oil, and you can find that, and a lot of times use it on your hair or directly on your skin. If you're pregnant or breastfeeding, you should consult your doctor prior to using it, and so that's that. Another product that I talked about earlier is tallow, which is rendered beef fat. It's not good if you're acne prone, but there are certain benefits to using tallow or animal fat or anything like that. 5 reasons you should use beef tallow on your face or body. Number 1, healthy fats lead to healthy skin. Like I said, if you're acne prone, you don't want to fool with it. Tallow contains the same fats or lipids found in healthy, supple human skin. It's beneficial because it creates a protective yet permeable barrier that prevents infection, maintains moisture, flexibility, and structure of the cell. And some companies, they sell tallow Balm. You can find those, especially small businesses. If it's rendered from grass-fed cattle, it's loaded with vitamin A, D, K, and antioxidants, one of which, vitamin E, is known to promote rejuvenation of the skin by fighting free radicals that can cause wrinkles. And also, vitamin E helps to prevent the breakdown of collagen. And I said beef tallow has vitamin D to restore the vibrancy in skin, and also has an antimicrobial peptide that replicates what happens in human skin. So that's some reasons to use beef tallow. Like I said, I don't have it, but it's also an intense moisturizer. It can help keep your skin looking plump, smooth, and hydrated. So if you don't want to find any beef tallow, next Sunday when you make that beef roast, just dip your finger in that fat and rub it on your face and see how that works for you. Now here's something that I cannot use, I'm allergic to, is lanolin. And that's that product that was in that Aquaphor, which, like I say, I'm using it because it was recommended, but I really don't like lanolin because I'm allergic to it. So lanolin, it comes from wool, and that oil helps to keep sheep protected. It's known as wool wax, and it's very good. Have been using it as in healing salves. It has emollient properties, and then what happened? I guess if you use it long enough, you can become sensitive to it. Of course, purification processes for lanolin have advanced, but there are many grades of the ingredient on the market, so the allergy issue hasn't been addressed across the board. I am very allergic to it, and it used to make my Mary Kay people so mad because I would go through the whole skincare process, and then when they put that moisturizer on me, my face would catch on fire. And you have to know your face. No matter what I say, no matter what anybody says, make sure that the products that you use are for you. And I would get into arguments because they would keep telling me, you're not allergic to lanolin. Well, then why is my chin red? Tell me that. And then they, tell me that there was something wrong with me, which, that's interesting. So anyway, but like I say, lanolin is extremely good. It's supposed to help maintain the water content of your skin, keep your skin plump, and prevent evaporation, especially in dry elements. Pure lanolin creams are also used on cracked and calloused areas of the skin, like the heels, to soften the layers before using an exfoliating tool to remove that dead skin. It has vitamin D in it, which is good, and that's good to put on your skin. And so everything has its benefits. Let's see, what else do I have to talk about here? Yeah, so and you have, like for some, that whole sensitization to lanolin can result, it can be a part of your immune response. And that's why you get an allergic reaction as well. So that is what's going on with lanolin. And we talked about hyaluronic acid and all of those types of things. So one of the last things I wanted to talk about on this was what? Oh, goat's milk. That is my favorite product as well. And I had found that. But goat's milk is extremely good for your skin. I have a soap that is made out of goat's milk. And goat's milk on your skin is very good. And why it's important for skincare, I'll give you 9 reasons. It has alpha hydroxy acids, again, one of those fancy words you hear on the TV. It's a natural exfoliant, removes dead skin cells, allowing for renewing of new skin cells. Vitamin A and E repairs and renews damaged skin tissue and is vital in the skin cell life cycle. Vitamins B6 and B12 helps with acne, uneven skin, wrinkles, and dryness. Vitamin C reverses damage and neutralizes free radicals. Vitamin D, essential for skin cell growth, wound healing, and maintaining a healthy skin barrier. Triglycerides and vitamin E, antioxidants that repair and protect the skin. Calcium protects against dry skin and fine line wrinkling. Rich butter fat fills cracks in skin and seals water in, which hydrates and moisturizes the skin. And selenium, it's an antioxidant that fights free radicals. So I like goat's milk. I like to take goat's milk powder and put it in a bath. That really softens your skin. And so there's all types of natural things out there that you can use for your skin that are, if you're into animal products, there's not a problem with that. I know, some of the blogs that people take bear fat and make soap out of it for hunters. When the hunters go out, they use everything when they catch it. So nothing's good or bad. You can only do what's good for your skin and for your body. So starting March, my March shows, I'll be live more frequently, and I'll have guests more frequently, and I should be on a regular schedule. But I just want to close out with a quick list of things you should ask your doctor when you go in. It's time, since it's cold, you're not going to be doing anything before you get out and get active. It's time to go for your annual physical. And here are some things that you should ask. Your health goals. What are your top 3 health concerns? Note anything from a hereditary disease you want to prevent to embarrassing questions such as bladder control problems. So you list those down to discuss with your doctor. What health issues have you or a relative had since your last doctor visit? Make sure you bring those up with your doctor. Have you noticed any changes in how your body feels or functions? Vision, breasts, weight, urinary or bowel habits, skin, menstrual cycle, or emotions. What health issues, we said that already, have you had since your last visit? And then put together an appointment checklist. These are the people that you should make sure you see. Your primary care physician, your OBGYN, your optometrist, dentist, and any specialist for any particular things that you have going on for yourself. Anyway, that's my show. Again, my invisible guest and I thank you for joining us. Hopefully, she'll be able to make it on a future show. And if you know of anyone who has a small business, especially in the beauty health industry, tell them to give me a call, 240-691-7841, or send me an email at myspabb@gmail.com, and we can talk about it, see about them coming on my show. That wraps it up. I just want to finish up that my church is having a Be My Guest Day next Sunday, the 24th. Join us at Victory Grace Center, where Dr. Jasmine Skurlock is our senior pastor at Bladensburg High School, 4200 57th Avenue, Bladensburg, Maryland. We gather Sundays at 10 o'clock. Hope to see you there. That's my time. Have a great week and be blessed. Bye.
Personally helped several people reclaim their healthy lives with a ketogenic lifestyle. Together with our team, Wakaya Perfection, we've helped over 4,000 people struggling with weight loss to burn off unwanted fat naturally and control hypertension, type 2 diabetes, and high cholesterol with our Bula Fit Keto Fuel Shake and high-impact ginger and turmeric. Contact me for yours. Buttons, BoutThatKetoLife.com. That's BUTTONSBOUTTHATKETOLIFE.com or call at 202-875-3926.
Weight loss expectations are approximately 1 to 2 pounds per week. Individual results can and will vary.